Let's do a photo shoot together in under 5 minutes, start to finish, real time. And today we are photographing ourselves for social media inside of our cars. This is one that anybody can do. As long as you've got a vehicle, you can take very cool, interesting social media photos. We're going to talk about how to pose. We're going to do a couple different camera angles, and then we're going to talk about captions and how to engage your audience with it. So with this, you are going to be in a parked car. I am sitting in my driveway right now. When we do get a different angle, you're going to see some of the like patio furniture and the covered grill in the background. So if you do not have a parking space or a driveway where you can be doing this and get good imagery, move your vehicle, drive down the street. I can go down to the end of my driveway and take really pretty photos and have a completely different look than what's happening in my driveway on this side and what's happening in my driveway on that side of it. So you can go up where you can see the mountains in the background or the big bold sky, go up on a hill. You can literally move your car somewhere. Wherever you can park, you can create this content. Don't necessarily do it in a parking lot, but you could. You can do all sorts of things with this. So the first thing I want you to do is get into the driver's seat. Again, your car is not moving and you are able to move your camera at different angles. And we want to focus on the steering wheel. So this is actually a decent angle because it gets part of the steering wheel in it. It does get the windows behind it. It's got the visor that we have. And if you have things like stickers, move the visor. Move the visor. You're looking for open sunlight so that it doesn't have harsh shadows. If you can do this on a cloudier day or earlier in the day or later in the day when it's not going to be doing like weird things to the lighting, that's better, but do what you gotta do. So we're gonna start out from this position. This is up toward my dashboard. I actually have a mount for my phone where I put it to use my GPS. That's what I'm gonna use it as. So I'm going to be holding onto the steering wheel. I can move my hands at different angles. I can put my seat all the way back if I need to have a little more space, but then I can also tip this. So I'm gonna go ahead and tip it. It's gonna make a little bit of noise, but you can see how that completely changes how that image looks. So you're just going to put your hand on your steering wheel. I do recommend doing this on a cinematic mode because it blurs things up close so you can see how my hand is blurred, but it also makes it look bigger. So my hand is not huge, but up here, it definitely looks bigger. When you are posing, if you are female or female presenting or feminine or whatever, you want to be a little bit nicer, more gentle about it, fingers closed together. So you're going to wrap it around so that you don't have those gaps. If you want to be a little more masculine presenting, you can go ahead and have that kind of a clawy look to your hands. And that definitely, as a professional photographer, we use this when we're posing women, we tend to go like this. And when we pose men, we tend to separate those to get the feminine and the masculine. So whatever floats your boat, that is what you want to do, but be mindful of it because that's going to be up front and center in this image. So you're going to pose as if you are driving and looking out the window. You can look over and smile. You can lower your hand. You can raise your hand. Keep in mind, if you're using this for like Instagram, it's going to show that middle square. So if your hand is really low and you like that it's really low so that it doesn't block the rest of you, it may chop that off so it might not see it. So you actually may want it a little bit higher inside of your photos. So you can do whatever you need with that. You can also take this and put this on the other side. So let's put this in the dashboard for a second. So I can actually wedge this between my dashboard and my windshield. I'm holding it because mine's a weird angle and I don't have my stand here. If you've got your stand, you're even better. But you can put it right here. And then you can create your content. And depending on the shape of your car, you can actually flip this upside down to take your images because your camera source will be lower, which means this will be lower and you get a better look at what you're creating. So same thing, driving, looking away, looking right at the camera. You're just doing angles and you're moving your hand positions depending on where your camera is angled. Additionally, you can do it from the passenger side of your car. You can attach this to a tripod. Right now I've got it on a tripod, but I'm also hand holding it to kind of show you what's going on. You can, if you've been following along, use that phone mount I've been talking about in our tech series that attaches to the headrest of the cars, swing that out, and you can take your images very easily that way. But this way you are getting your legs, so you're actually going to want to have your legs as if you were driving and not crossed like mine were. And you're going to then be able to put your hands on the steering wheel. And this looks a little more lifestyle. It's a little less up close. So it gives you that further away look. You're going to put both hands on the steering wheel and you're going to do the same things. Looking out, looking to the side, looking at the camera, get the different angles so that you have options as you are creating this. And then you are just going to potentially be moving some of that wheel around a little bit. Don't lock up your wheels, but the more you move it, the more it looks like you're actually driving your car. Now, another thing you can do is put it on a tripod outside of your car. Then you're just going to put your hands on the steering wheel. You can actually get this further away. It's just close so you can hear me. And you can take your pictures looking out, looking at the mirror, looking at yourself, whatever you need to do. Window can be partially up, all the way down, depending on what you want. If you've got like a cool background over there, have it mostly up so that you get the reflection. See how I have a reflection here? Same deal. So you're just going to pose and you're going to take your pictures and be mindful of where your hair is because you're going to want it to cover some of your shoulder if it had been in the front before. And that way you can Be mindful of that as you are taking your driving pictures. You also want to be mindful of your foreground elements. So you have your mirror between you, your wheel between you, the things down here. I've got my phone holder right here. That's going to give depth to the image that you are creating, and it's going to work really well for you. Now let's talk captions. We want to talk about where you're going, what you're doing, how you're benefiting your business by traveling, by going to the store, by going to learn new things. So pick a thing. Is it going to be you're going to take a college course to level up your skills? Is it going to be that you like traveling so that you can learn more about your audience? Is it going to be that you're driving to an event where you are vending or you're speaking or you're signing or you're meeting people? What do you do that involves your car, travel, locations, whatever? It works for literally anything. So I want you to pick one thing. How are you leveling up your business by something that you do that you drive to? And that can be as simple as, when I get paid and I have some extra money, I go do this nice thing for myself. I go take a spa day. I go do my nails. I go do something, and that relaxes me so that I can come back fresh and ready to work even harder for my people. It could be something as simple as I took myself out to dinner because I celebrated a win tonight. It could be I'm traveling to go meet with people about a potential business deal that I can't tell you about yet. Anything works as long as you are showing how your travel is benefiting them. Whatever you want to do. Now, there are other ways to be filming in your car, around your car. We're going to do that in upcoming episodes, so follow along for more. Every single Saturday, we're dropping brand new Do It With Me in under 5-minute videos to help you to level up your skills and get easy social media content, plus daily videos to help you navigate the world of your social media marketing so this can be the most profitable year ever. I'll see you in the upcoming episodes.